In Jardin de Paz cemetery in Panama City, a government forensics team digs up 19 bodies. Their work is meticulous and detailed. The unidentified bodies were dumped in a mass grave during the invasion by US troops in 1989. Later, they were laid to rest in this cemetery. But hundreds of victims' families haven't been able to rest since, knowing their relatives were missing.
We've been working hard for 30 years, making every effort to find inner peace, because we know the pain of having a family member missing. Perhaps not everyone has the opportunity to know the whereabouts of their loved ones, but we're doing everything we can.
Relatives wanting closure have campaigned for years to have every person killed in the invasion found and identified. It's 31 years since the US sent 27,000 troops by air, land and sea. Relations between the countries deteriorated as US President George H.W. Bush accused Panamanian leader General Manuel Noriega of drug trafficking, money laundering and election rigging. Noriega surrendered and spent the rest of his life in custody in the US, France and eventually back home in Panama under house arrest. Panama's government says at least 500 Panamanians were killed during the invasion, but human rights groups say the true total is in the thousands, prompting the previous government to establish a commission to investigate.
It's necessary for the current government to continue financing the investigation for at least another year, and to not use the pandemic as an excuse not to. That would be a big mistake, and a repeat of what our government has been doing for 30 years. A deliberate attempt to hide the real figures of how many people actually died and who they are. We need to know the true effect of a deed as traumatic as this invasion.
The legacy of the 6-week invasion is still felt today, with the Panamanians calling on the government to declare the invasion day on December the 20th as a national day of mourning. Sara, Khairat, Jazeera.